Um, Good day, everyone. Today I will be discussing the learners with difficulty communicating. So, learners with difficulty communicating may have challenges in expressing their thoughts, ideas, needs, and feelings, or in understanding what other people are saying. These difficulties can affect speech, language, and social interaction, which may impact their learning and participation in school activities. Some learners may have speech or language disorders that require proper assessment and support. So, kani siya nga mga students is need nila og kanang assessment para mas ma-prevent ilaha kung unsa may mga difficulties nga ilahang na encounter in terms of communicating like maglisod sila og speech in front of everyone. So like maglisod sila og litok sa language or sa kanang pronunciation, like mag-interact sila with other people, and maka-impact ni sila nga kanang these difficulties maka-affect na silahang school participations and other activities sa school. So that's why they are required to have a proper assessment and support. So next we have types of communication: impairments and disorder. This is impairments. Sorry. So communication is the exchange of information, ideas, feelings, and needs between people. It is used to narrate, explain, inform, request, and express opinions. So, meaning communication is mao ni siya ang ato ang nang gigamit to share our kanang emotions, informations, di ba, ideas and feelings. And it is also a form of communication, like our facial expressions, like when we are happy or angry. So it is that there are a lot of types of communication to express our opinions. So let's talk about the difference between the speech and language. So difference between speech and language. First, the speech, the oral expression of language using sounds. It involves respiration or deep breathing, phonation or the voice production, articulation or the movement of lips, tongue, and others. So, no, speech is oral expression. So, mao ni siya ang like kanang, for example, ang bata kay dili siya maka-pronounce og letter R. So, kasagaran no kay maglisod gid sila og speak og kanang mag-pronounce sa letter R, like sa royal. Imbis royal, mahimo siyang loyal. So, kasagaran gid no ang R gid may pinakalisod. S also mag kanang ash, like that. So this is well, language is a system of communication using symbols, meanings, and rules agreed upon by a group of people. So there are five components of language. First, we have phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. So no, on the other hand, no, kay the language is mag-use siyag symbols, naa siya meaning and also rules para kanang maka-help with how to organize and ma-understand more ideas. So for example, ang bata kay kanang pronounce siyag words clearly. So they may kanang still have difficulty forming correct sentences. So in speech no kay like maglisod sila og kanang pronouns sa ilahang gusto nga i-sulti. Well, sa language is kabalo na sila mo pronouns and but maglisod sila og form sa sentence like magkabali-bali. So let's talk about the five components of language. So first we have the phonology, so sound system of a language. So for example, the dog, it is letter D, O, and G. So phonology is it is like kanang letter, no? And next letter para ma-form ang word. So in morphology, smallest units of meaning. So Morphemes like sounds, syllables, or words. Sa phonology is letter. When sa koan, morphology is mahimo na siyang words, syllables, or sounds, no? So, syntax is a rules for arranging words into correct sentences or the grammar. So, here in syntax, kay kabalo naman sila sa words. So, kanang ilan na lang, mura sila mag-i-arrange ang words to form it into a sentence. So, semantics, meaning of words and sentences, vocabulary and concepts. So, ano siya is meaning na siya sa words or sa whole sentences. Mag-need na siya og vocabulary and the concept sa kanang sentence. So, pragmatics, social use of language, how, when, and why we communicate in different situations. So, pragmatics is mo na siya kung unsaon paggamit sa kaninga language like kung ngano mo communicate ta in different situations. So again, these are the five components of language. First is the phonology, second morphology, third syntax, fourth semantics, and the last is pragmatics. So knowing these terms is necessary to understand the different disabilities that are associated with communication disorders, namely speech impairments and language disorders. Speech impairments are communication disorders such as stuttering, impaired articulation, and language or voice impairment. So, such disorders are significant enough that they can adversely affect a student's academic performance. So there are four basic types of speech impairments. We have the articulation, phonological fluency, and the voice disorder. So again, speech impairments is man siya ang kanang communication disorder like stuttering. So maglisod sila og litok like kanang like banana. So like more mas like mas stuck sa first nga syllable. So let's talk about the basic types of speech impairments. So first we have the articulation disorder. So a child is unable to produce a given sound physically. Severe articulation disorder may render a child's speech unintelligible. Example are substitutions, omissions, distortions, and additions of speech sounds. So it happens now when a child cannot physically produce the sound of that word correctly. So it means nga maglisod og kanang move ilahang tongue, lips or mouth to correctly while magsulti. So, communication errors, no, kaya nag-include ni siya sa substitution. No? And substitution means replacing one sound with another. Omission is mo ni siya ang leaving out sounds. Distortion is mo ni ang mag-change the sound incorrectly. And addition is mo ni siya ang mag-add og extra sounds. So, for example, I want a blue lollipop. So, I want a blue lollipop. Can I get 3 bananas? And I ate the nana. So, murag makulangan. Makulangan, usahay mapunan, usahay ma-mispronounce. So, this is the articulation disorder. So, next is the phonological disorder. So, a child produces multiple patterns of sound errors with obvious impairment of intelligibility. There is also noted inconsistent misarticulation of sounds. For example, no, sometimes a child is able to articulate it but not in other words. So, ano siya ang kanang bata sometimes na mag-produce sila og sound correct. But but sa pag-use nila sa sounds incorrectly in pattern. So the problem here is kanang lisod siya og understand sa sound rules of language. So for example, that pie is good, cat pie is stood. So mura siya kanang sakto ilahang pagkuan but pag pronounce is lahi na. So notice now that several sounds are changed in a pattern. So This makes speech difficult no nga mas maasabtan. So, children with this kanang disorder may sound confusing kay same man ang error and it happens repeatedly in different words. So, lisod sa usahay masabtan kung unsa gyud ang ilahang ni ang buot ipa sabot. So next type is we have the fluency disorder. So difficulties with the rhythm and timing of speech. Stuttering is an example marked by rapid fire repetitions of consonant or vowel sounds, especially at the beginning of words, prolongations, hesitations, interjections, and complete verbal blocks. So, for example, blocks. I want banana. So, mura siya ma-prolong, wa siya kabalo kung sa isumpay. So, ay sa blocks pala. So, sa prolongations is I want a banana. So, mas taas na, mas na-prolong mo ni na-prolong. Well, ang sa blocks is ni-stop siya. While here in repetitions is I want a banana. So, mura siya og magbalik-balik, no, kay repetition. So, this can make communication more stressful for a learner. So, sometimes, they may avoid speaking because kanang hadlok sila nga katawan. And most importantly, need nila og kanang more supportive environment kanang para bitaw dili na sila ma-pressure or dili na sila mahadlok mo participate og balik. So this is the fluency disorder. So next type of speech impairment, we have the voice disorders, problems with the quality. Sorry for the um, quality or use of one's voice resulting from disorders of the larynx. Voice may excessively hoarse, breathy, or too high pitch. So, no, kani pod siya is mahitabo ni siya when maglisod siya og kanang sa quality bitaw, problem with the quality sa like sa pitch or sa giskusgon sa iyang voice. So, it's often related no sa kanang problems in the larynx or vocal cords. So, hoarse, ang hoarse kay unsa man ni ang hoarse ay wait lang. So, ang hoarse mura bitaw siya paos nga tingog no. Like kanang mura siya na wala-wala imong tingog. Breathy, mura kag ginhawa og kuan so too high pitch. So kusog. So for example no a child may always sound like they have a sore throat and or their voice may sound usually nasal. So like kanang mura na no. So phonation, for example, phonation disorder, breathiness or hoarseness. So hypernasality is too much air passes through the nose while speaking. Mura sila magginhawa. So, hyponasality, speech sounds black, like when someone has severe colds, mura po sila gapingot ilang ilong permi. So, kani siya, voice disorder can make speech more difficult no to understand and may also affect sa learner's confidence during sa pag-communicate rather. So, next, we have the language disorders. So, it involves difficulties in one or more components of language and may be expressive, receptive, or both. So, these are marked by problems in understanding and using language, such as limited vocabulary, poor sentence structure, and difficulty in communication, which affect a child's functioning. So, these difficulties should not be caused by other medical or developmental conditions. So, in language disorder kay nag-involve siya sa kanang pag-understand and pag-use sa language or words. So, some students know may struggle in expressing thoughts, in expressing their kanang opinions clearly, while others may have difficulty understanding, like sa simple instructions or sa kanang simple conversations. So, nasa uban nga students is maka-experience of both expressive and receptive difficulties. So, for example, is the limited vocabulary. So, nare-limit ilahang ilahang mga words nga nahibaw-an. So wala kay dili kayo inga naka-deep or kanang like magbalik-balik ra ang mga words nga ilang gipanggamit for sentence structure. So like dili wala bitaw natarong og kanang pag-arrange ang iyahang kanang sentence or maglisod siya og form in just a simple sentence. Well, difficulty in communication is mao na ni maglisod siya og kanang like for example maglisod siya og kanang follow sa simple lang nga mga instructions. So trouble maintaining conversations like dili siya focus. So mao ni kanang few difficulty in communication. So maka-affect ni siya um because which affect the child's functioning. So maka-affect gid ni siya no kay kanang ma-lose nila ng confidence into communicating other people, and that's why mahadlok mo silang mobalik og kanang share sa ilahang mga opinions. So that's why it is kanang part of the language disorder. So students with autism spectrum disorder or ASD also often have speech and language difficulties, especially in the social use of language or the pragmatics, affecting communication and relationships. So, for example, they may have difficulty understanding jokes, facial expressions, eye contact, or taking turns into conversation. So, um, like, wa kay balo nga nag-joke din na siya, but kanang like wala ka di ka kabalo dayon understand sa kanang ug unsa na iyang buti pasabot sa iyang pagsulti. So that in that way ma-mislead ka like pagbasa sa iyang facial expression. Abi nimo ka nang nasuko but ingana lang gid na iyang face. While here in kanang kuan eye contact murag normal ra sila ha but for you lahi ang pagsabot. So, because of these challenges, no, building friendships and communication can become difficult also. However, no, with patience and therapy, like family support and inclusive teaching, so the students can improve their communication skills and participate more actively in school and society. Importante gid ni nga masabtan og i-accept nato kung unsa man ang ilang mga needed para pod ma-feel sa ilaha nga kanang included sila ani nga kanang society. So, so how to identify the communication difficulties? So, communication difficulties are often first noticed by parents, caregivers, and teachers, such as delays or problems in speech and language. So, these concerns usually lead to consultation with a pediatrician and possible referral to specialists. So, communication difficulties. So, ang first gid nga makabantay gyud is ang parents. Syempre kay sila man ang kanang makabalo tukad pag kanang gamay sa bata. So, that's why kanang makabalo sila if na-delay na ba ang progress. So, um, caregivers kay ang ubang parents pod kay kanang work. That's why gibili nila sa caregivers or the teachers na gid ang makabalo kay tungod sa kabisi sa parents. So, in that way, need pud nila nga ipa-consult into sa pediatrician or possible pud nga ma-refer into other specialists. So, screening and support. Early childhood professionals use checklists and questionnaires to compare a child's development with typical milestones based on results that the child may receive educational support or be referred to specialists like speech language pathologist, developmental pediatrician, occupational therapist, if motor issues are involved. So, speech language pathologist is mo ni siya ang makatabang pod para mabihasa bitaw silang pagstorya and also sa language skills. So, here in developmental pediatrician is nag-check sila sa kung unsa progress sa kanang child. Well, occupational therapist is mo ni sila ang mag-help para sa, like for example sa motor or movement difficulties nga maka-affect pod sa ilahang communication. So, is really important no nga mag-agislag screening and support mo ning mga professional mag-use of checklist and questionnaires. So, next we have comprehensive assessment. So, in case history and physical exam. So, background, health, and oral structures like mouth, tongue, and others. So, kani siya is mag-include nyo siya sa kanang background no sa kuan para pod mahibaw-an nila kung unsay ni unsa man gyud ang kanang unsay tawag kani kanang murag kuan sa bata needed or nganong na maglisod siya og kuan, communicate. So like second is the hearing test to rule out hearing problems. Kani siya is mao ni siya ang importante pod because some speech or language problems may actually be caused by hearing difficulties like because sila kadungog. It is also one problem no, na maka-affect articulation assessment identifies speech errors. So, nag-identify ni siya sa kanang mga sounds nga missed or pronunciation. Fourth is the phonological processing. It is the child's ability to recognize, organize, and use speech sounds correctly. Next is the fourth, no, phonological processing. So, ability, no, mononished A. So, language development and vocabulary, understanding and use of language para mas mahibaw-an kung unsa pa ang mga needed or mas madig bitaw ang paggamit sa language. Next is the language function. How language is used, like requesting or conversing. So, it's na siya, language function. So, meaning ang bata kay mag-use og language in daily communication. So, such as no requesting, mag-answers of questions or naay kanang ka istorya. So, lastly is the observation of language samples. So, in a natural setting like home or school. So, ano ni siya, ang bata is nag-observe sa kanang kuan sa balay baron or sa school and giunsan and how to communicate in real life situations. So, one very important consideration is the child's cultural and language background. For bilingual learners, specialists must consider the languages the child uses to avoid misdiagnosis. No, like for example, ang bata kay mixes two languages is not automatically considered to have a disorder. Kay ang importante is i-consider ang language exposure o culture sa bata para sakto ang assessment and support nga mahatag. Wait. And that's all for my part. Thank you for listening.